Fishing with my dad. One day in Florida, my dad and I decided we wanted to go fishing. So we grabbed the bait and raced to the water. I could feel the wind in my face. I took the first cast. Boom! Right when my bait hit the water, a fish attacked it. I reeled it in as fast as I could. I caught it. The first fish was mine. I held it for my dad to see, and then I had to let it go. Right when I put it in the salty water, an enormous pelican swooped down and snatched up my fish in its giant beak. At first I was stunned, but then we went back to the condo and all had a good laugh. The end.
Swimming in Silver Lake by Morgan. This summer in July, my grandpa and grandma Buick came to visit us at our cottage on Silver Lake. When they got there, I bolted up the lawn to say hi. Yay! My cousins had come too. Their names were Carly and Olivia. I quickly helped them unload their stuff. Carly and Olivia got on their bathing suits in a flash. We all raced to the end of the dock. Last one in is a rotten egg, I hollered. Splash, splash, kerploosh. We all jumped in. Brr, we all agreed the water was on the cold side. After a couple of minutes, Carly and Olivia suggested that we go to the blue dock. So we went. We kept jumping off till we were exhausted. I swam like a fish to the beach and grabbed 2 inner tubes, one pink and the other green. Then I raced back to where they were waiting. We took turns jumping off with our inner tubes till it was time for them to go. Boy, it had been an incredible day.
One day in the steaming hot summer sun, I went horseback riding. My mom drove me there. I was really excited. The horse's name was Smoky. He was a beautiful black and tan horse. He wore a western saddle. Later I went riding. It felt like I was in the wild, riding a wild horse with his herd. I went from a smooth walk to a bumpy trot. Then he went to a swift gallop. It was super exciting. It lasted about an hour long. Finally it ended. But it felt as if it were only just a few minutes. I was really disappointed, but there's always next week.
Catching a Muskie by Lucas Vandrick. One summer, my family and I went to Grace Adventures. My dad and I woke up early one morning and went fishing. I cast out and started to reel in. All of a sudden, my pole jerked back. Dad, I got one. The fish fought back. It's a big one. I gave it to slack. The fish splashed. I could see part of it. It's gigantic. I started to reel it in. The fish was 10 feet away. It's almost here. Then the fish had one more fight. It splashed my dad and I. He's almost here by the boat. Then my dad grabbed it. It's huge. It's a muskie. It's at least 40 inches, I explained. We went to the boat that was a short distance away. Other kids from Grace Adventures were catching microscopic bluegills. They were so impressed with my fish that they took a picture. Then we went back to where we caught it and let it go. The end.
Early one morning, my grandpa and my stepdad and my brother Hunter and I got ready to go hunting. I went with my grandpa, and Hunter went with Brian. It was 6 o'clock when we got there. It was cold, windy, and damp and snowy. My grandpa and I set up the blind and waited and waited and waited, but we didn't see anything. We were hoping we would kill a buck, but we didn't see anything. I said, "Grandpa, can we go home?" He said, "Yes." And as we began to walk out, I saw footprints. "Grandpa, look," he said. "What is it?" And I said, "It looks like deer tracks." But I found out they were old ones, so we hopped in the truck and we went home.